If you or somebody you know is dealing with some type of mental disability or some type of crisis where you're under pressure and you feel like there's nobody you can talk to, or maybe you're being bullied, or maybe you have a friend that just simply is not fully there and feels supported by you, and they're having thoughts of taking their own life, please reach out and get help. Please contact the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. And if you just feel too ashamed or too afraid to contact this number, then feel free to reach out to me on any of my social media feeds. Feel free to shoot me a DM, and I will be more than willing to take every step necessary with you to make sure that you know that you are not alone in this fight. And let's talk football. What up, though, Pride Nation? Welcome back to another Field Review podcast show where we talk all things Detroit Lions football. Obviously, I didn't do a show yesterday. Yesterday was my friend's birthday. My friend who passed away. So I took some time to myself and just basically went from there. So today's agenda is going to be one full of fun and fulfillment, because there are some things that definitely need to be talked about. And so just to kind of give you on what's on the agenda for today, we got to talk about the Lions trauma. I find it entertaining at this point because I think it's funny. We got to talk about Brad Holmes. We got to talk about Dan Campbell. We got to talk about the Lions OTAs. We got to talk about the Lions new staff. And we just got to cover your questions and anything else. Now, you got to excuse me. I got the damn hiccups, and I'm fighting them. So, excuse me. But let's see who we got in the building. We got CJ in the building. We got AB in the building. Ghost Gunner, Midwest Lion, Dre Barnes, Looney Tune, BD Buster, Haters House 710, John Bradshaw, Motor City Sports, Eltonio Jenkins, John Kapler, JGB, Hardworking Dedication, I hope I'm saying this right. Manny DC5. Hope I said that right. We got Eric Elderber. I probably pronounced your last name wrong. I apologize, Eric. Don't kill me. We got one funky Lion fan, delusional Lions fan. Is it 777? Chris Watts. And let me see, Marcus Willis. Oh, I see some new people in the building. Okay. Samuel Pat. Hope I said that right. Welcome to the show. He says to me, diehard Lions fan. Hey, I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm with you on both. Yeah, you can have 32 teams. You like more than one? More power to you. We got Kyle Webb in the building. We got Cap Ice Cold in the building. And as people start to trickle in, we're going to have fun. So listen, people. I have been burning up to talk about this because this is some of the funniest stuff I have seen in a long time. Oh, wait, I got another person pop up. Darren Houston is in the building. Shout out to you. But I've been cracking up at this, people. We got a problem and we need to talk. And I feel like that this is technically our opportunity for intervention. Okay. I hate to say it that way. So let's just get right into it. Okay. Let's rip the Band-Aid off. Okay. So I basically posted this on the community post. I saw it on Twitter. I saw it in newspapers, and I just asked people, did they like the hat? Yay or nay? And it was amazing at the number of people who was like, hell no, nah, I'm not with this. I don't like this. This hat is terrible. And every single person who didn't like the hat basically said that they could have put the D on there. And so I understood what they were doing with this hat, like they did with everybody else. They put the first letter of the team's logo on there. So if you were the Chiefs, you got probably a C. If you were the Packers, you got a P. If you was Washington, you got a W. But immediately, every Lions fan attitude turned towards the worst. Oh, no. We cannot have an L on our damn hat. And I got to thinking, if this was New England and they put that same L there for whatever reason, because that's what they were trying to do, would people really be like, oh, hell, we can't have no L. We New England. But it's the Lions. And every single response was basically that we done took enough L's in history. We don't need to have an L on our heads. And I'm just thinking that if this hat incited that much, this hat right here, when I tell you it has got its own following, it's got its own following. You hear me? This is the most craziest thing I have ever seen. People are like 100% like going nuts about it. I see Tactical Puma jump to a point I was finna get to. And where he says Colin cow turd acting like the Lions made this hat, not New Era. Right. New Era made the hat, and he basically made it seem like, why would you put this on? But that's what happened when you have people who don't follow the team. I follow this team, right? So I know what's going on. My problem with this hat is that it does not mean anything. The L clearly stands for Lions. I get it. Yes, they could have put a D on there. That's cool for Detroit, but the Tigers already do the D. The Red Wings just put the wing on there in a D. Everybody do the D. I get it. The L was never meant to be like loser or anything like that. But the overwhelming Pride Nation saw it as a loss. It's just funny to me. One fucking Lion fan says, I actually don't even like the L they used. I mean, everyone has to get an L. I just don't understand the uproar over this damn hat. like this hat has caused conflict. I have been at work with people, and I'm just literally sitting there listening to them argue about this damn hat. It's just a hat. But everything is not about the lion. It's not about the lion's name being on the side of it. It's not about it being a flat bill hat. It's not about it being a fitted. None of that. It's the damn L. That's the problem. And that's where I start to say, what is wrong with us in our trauma? What is it? This cannot be our trauma. This cannot. To the point where we're denouncing freaking athletic wear because it's got a letter we don't like. What if the hat was a LeBron James hat and they put an L on it? Will we still have that same loser mentality? Right? Like what if that was the case? What if it was a LaMelo hat and it had the L on there? Will we still be talking like, oh, this is terrible? Right? What if we had Lamar Jackson and there was an L on there for Lamar? Why did every fan brain instantly go to loser? Why every single fan attitude went straight to loser? Why is that? When I first saw the hat, I just thought, I don't like the design. I didn't even realize there was a problem with the L until the comments were coming in, and then I went online and I'm like, wait a minute, this is a real issue. And Twitter, don't even get me started. I feel like Twitter's like a toxic place that you should not be at unless you like got your big boy pants on, because you can get offended real quick. But this right here has started a problem. This right here was more controversial than the dress that was either black and blue or white and gold. I just don't understand why. Why did we first initially go to, oh, it's an L on their head for loser? They trying to be funny. And I'm thinking, it's just a hat. It's just a hat. Every team. The Bears got the B on theirs. The Cardinals got a C. The Eagles got an E. Like, the Titans got a T. I'm just trying to. We the only ones flipping out about our damn hat because it's got the L for lion. Why nobody looked at that L and said Lions? Why was it loser? Why was it immediately to the point to say that this is not more than a loser? LeBron just took a big L, so yeah, people would bring. Okay, fair enough. I take that back. One funky Lion fan, you right, because, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I like LeBron James, but LeBron is starting to irritate my spirit, because there are certain things that I don't think you as a legend should ever do. Like, leave a game with 5 minutes and some seconds on the clock. Like, I don't care if you thought it was over or what. You got to sit there. Your other teammates sat there. Well, now, I had to go in there because I had an injury. I don't want to hear that. But Lion fans are too superstitious. That's what's wrong with the fan. Okay, let's say that's what's wrong with the fan verse. That they're superstitious. If that's the problem, nobody said that. Nobody said that the problem was superstition. Nobody said that they felt like it was bad juju by going with this route. No, they all said that the Lions made this ugly hat. And I'm like, it never happened. It just never happened. The analytics den, shout out to you guys. Y'all showed up in force. I think he went from like, how many subs did you have? Like 66 or something like that to 100 or something. And I know he's going to steady get counted, so make sure you definitely go over there and subscribe to the Analytics Den. He's going to talk Lions. He's new to the scene, and he knows his stuff. He says, no cap, I might just buy the hat. I might just buy the hat for, what's a brilliant marketing choice? I'm just saying. Luke, you know how this fan base is. Yes, and which is why I'm trying to figure out, how did we get this damn far? Losers mentality. Same people who want the Lions to tank. Good point, JGB. There's a lot of fans who wanted us to tank, and they somehow saw this L and thought loser. That's the scary part of it. The fact that the first time they saw L, and the Lion associate, they just went loser. That's you. That's in you. That's not in nobody else. I found the old report card the other day, and I had an F in the class, and I literally didn't give 2 flying nickels. I didn't care. I was like, oh, that was a bad moment right there. That's not my trauma. But we are traumatized up. And if it's not this, the overwhelming fan base have no hope. I have been deemed Lions most wanted hopium dealer, because I'm full of hope and optimism. And I'm just saying, it's a new season. I see things a little different. But God, the first thing we went to was L, loser. Why? JGB, you patty. He says Luke got an F in name pronunciation. Okay. Actually, believe it or not, I got the F in math, and I know exactly why I got the F. I basically terrorized the hell out of that teacher. I know I did. And it was not because of any other reason. I was acting out for other traumas that I had experienced in my life. And so I knew what I was doing, but I didn't give a care. And so I was a rude douchebag. And I can admit that now. I can admit it. I was a little turd. Okay. Twitter is full of dingbats. You ain't got to tell me. I see now. Lions fan base got their own cancel culture before cancel culture was created. Facts. They do. Well, I don't have time for the stream, but I left a like. I appreciate it, man. You got to go handle your business. This is for people who at work and need to come back and listen a little bit later. So it's cool. I appreciate any support I get. It's because we're associated with losing. That's why people don't like it. But we're not associated with losing. I'm going to tell you why I say we're not associated with losing. Losing requires people who don't try. The Lions try. Anytime I ever saw a person like, oh, that's a loser, they just didn't try. They didn't give a damn. There was no efforts given. And that to me is a loser. The Lions tried. They've tried everything. They've tried the Patriots way. They've tried the 49ers way, the Steve Mariucci era. They've tried the college coach and when Bobby Ross. They've tried it all. They have really tried it all. The only thing that they finally realize is the player coach has been their best results. And so that's why you now have Dan Campbell. But I had to bring this up. I said, bro, did they really just make that hat? They really asked for it, bro. Also, if LeBron, all he does is complain. LeBron got me all type of tight. Do all the letters have the stupid, weird point coming off the back? If they do, I probably won't like them either. You know what? I seen a few hats, but I can't remember. Like I seen the Packers hat. I didn't see the point coming off of it. Trying to think who other hat I saw. I think I saw the Ravens hat. I think they did have the point, but to me, they look like the Robin logo from Batman and Robin. So, but that's just me. I could be crazy. The hate makes us stronger as a fan base. Yeah, but it's our fan base who is traumatized into it. D says, "What up, Luke? Late to the show, but you here now. And that's all that matters. So what up, though? Welcome to the show. The hat is just ugly. I can accept that, but nobody said that. They just went to, oh my God, they put an L on our head. You know, that's what they did. Lions fan base equal negativity union. Okay. Was she looking kind of dumb with a finger, a thumb with a L on her forehead? The teacher? No. I was evil, and I was terrible, and it was like middle school, and you know, I was acting out. It is what it is. I'm a pin that. If you post that, I'm a pin that. That's funny as hell. Let's see. Had a tutor and made her quit. Wow. See, I ain't alone. So I know some people in here who was a terror. Shay said, I just thought the L was a double meaning when I first saw it. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Why? It just means lions. But the trauma is that deep. And we need to address that and start figuring out ways to move past that trauma. You know, this is why the expectations are low and why a lot of Lions fans don't want to believe when there's a chance to. JGB, I think it was an English class. Nope, math, man. Y'all vicious. Luke didn't even get the offer to a foreign language class. Oh, yeah, I suck, bro. I suck. I failed like Spanish. I failed French. And surprisingly, I passed Japanese. But I found that easier than Spanish and French. So whatever. Luke, you're like a therapist to the Lions fan. I'm not trying to be. I'm trying to be objective. That's all I'm trying to point out to you. Now, let me switch it up a little bit because on top of this, we got to get into Brad Holmes because Brad Holmes to me just keeps amazing me. Brad Holmes is somebody that I think we need to talk more about because he just keeps amazing me. Yeah, Brian, that blue pill mentality is real. That blue pill mentality is real. Let's see. Luke, the league always used Roman numerals, but they changed it because the L isn't a good look. Okay. Oh, I can't argue with that. So if anybody's been paying attention, the media has been on Dan Campbell's head. And he personally don't give two shits. That's his words. He don't care. He don't care that the media does it. He's like, I'm having fun. I'm promoting something. They don't have to like it. It's cool. I'm going to get criticized either way it go. It comes with the job, right? So just stay with me. So they on his head. And I started to realize that Brad Holmes is very passionate about his children. Now, I'm not saying Dan Campbell is his son or anything, but the way he responded to this pressure lets me know that Dan Campbell is loved by Brad Holmes, and Brad Holmes ain't for this bullshit. Okay. So basically, they go out and Brad Holmes basically starts by saying, sometimes I kind of take a little offense that all that's put out about him all the time. Now, this is when you know somebody is paying attention. Okay, because he's paying attention to these articles because they have nothing to write about. So if we're not going to have the worst offense, the worst defense, the worst rushing attack, the worst passing game, the worst quarterback, the worst record, the worst head coach, the worst team, if we don't have that, they don't got nothing to talk about. They go and talk about the coach and stuff like that. Now, there's something wrong with this media and how they approached it because I think this is where we start to miss stuff. But he says, sometimes I kind of take a little offense. That's all the, let me go back. It says, that's all that's put out about him all the time. Holmes told the Detroit News during a sit-down interview this week, he's an incredibly intelligent and smart, and then it ... It says he's an elite leader, an elite communicator. He has elite presence. He has a lot of special elite traits, not only as a coach, but as a human being. The way he treats people, you don't find that all the time. Now, at this point, he's letting it be known that he's aggravated by the way this is being pressed. What is happening with my son? He is genuinely calling me. Give me 1 second. I apologize. Give me 1 second. My son said he need daddy right now. Hold on. Let me tell y'all something, people. Kids are amazing, okay? And I'm gonna tell you why. He did all that yelling to give me a hug and a kiss. Damn it, I love being a father. Okay, this is the most important parts of life. All that noise he made was to give me a hug and a kiss. I'll take it. I'll take it for the win. Chop says, Luke G, your positivity has helped me through some rough times. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. It's a big L on that hat. It's a big L on that. I can't, man. I wouldn't be shocked if we got a third round. Yo, how we going to complain about a hat when it's our reality? We've never even had a team. Our opinions only count when we start winning. Okay. So Dan Campbell, that's a big L. I'm taking that damn picture down. I can't. Let's get back to what pissed people off anyway. That goddamn helmet. But Dan Campbell was like, no, he's not with this stuff. Okay, he's not buying it. He's not with this. And he goes on to talk about Campbell's personality and says that, you know, he has personality and he has genuineness and has resonated with the Detroit players during his first couple of months on the job. He talks about how even Mickey Loomis, the general manager of the Saints, told so many other people, say what you want about the Lions and say what you want about Dan Campbell, but he has assembled and found a way to do it, but has assembled and managed to lure an impressive coaching staff to work with him in Detroit. And so Brad Holmes is like, y'all ain't talking about that. Y'all ain't driving that home. Y'all want to talk about kneecap biting. It's a metaphor. Move forward. The helmet was a promotion that they were doing, and he thought it was something good for the city. Why are y'all making this an issue? You know, getting them compared with people who ain't done nothing. You know, so I just fell in love with Brad Holmes. He says, honestly, this is what Dan Campbell said. He says, honestly, I'm just not worried about it. I get it. Again, my whole thing was it was kind of a joke. The helmet was sitting here, but it was also like, hey, man, it's Detroit Grand Prix. I think that's a pretty cool deal for our people, our fans to see that. I think if I'm associated with the Grand Prix, that's pretty cool. So that's really as far as it went. I'm not worried about the criticism. But Brad Holmes is. Brad Holmes ain't for it. He's trying to figure out why y'all ain't talking about this other stuff. And if you pay attention to the press conferences now, there are some people who don't get to ask certain questions. There are some questions that don't even get to be asked. They are only basically bouncing to people who are saying and asking intelligent questions. Right? Like, it just makes no sense. I love it because of this. It's the Lions way. It's nobody else's way but the Lions way. He is creating his culture. And if that brings me to my next topic, which is Dan Campbell is so focused on us. They asked him questions about the 49ers. He said, I'm not thinking about the 49ers right now. I'm still trying to build this team into a family, into more closeness and get them there. I'm focused on us. Good leaders mind their damn business. Right? And I know somebody's going to say, well, it is his business, Luke, to know what's going on with the 49ers. We ain't finna play them no time soon. Right? We ain't finna play them no time soon. So what's the point? Like, what we doing here? So my attitude to it is, he's right. This is the time for me to bring this team together, to corral them. Like I told y'all, the message is going to be simple. Y'all are underdogs. Y'all shouldn't be here. Y'all not very good. Y'all are not legitimate people. It don't make sense. Steve-O says, that's true. Why doesn't anybody look at the staff Campbell has assembled? You can say he's a joke, but you can't talk about the guys he brought here together. Oh, wait till I get into that. They're not talking about that. They just know that the Lions have a certain history, right? And they want to thrive on it. The problem is that history for before the 3-year, I'm gonna call it the 3-year, I'm gonna call it the drunken 3-year moment, right? Because we've all had a moment where we probably got drunk or did something with somebody that we look back on and was like, oh my God, it was that one. That was the one. And you ask your friends, why did they let this happen? We all had that, but they're not going to talk about that. That's too positive. Why would we want to talk about this oppressive staff he assembled? Basically, everybody he brought here can take his job, right? He brought in people who can literally take his job. They're not talking about that. And so now the question becomes, what should be the focus? What should be the Lions way? He is installing the Lions way. Now, some people may say, well, Luke, what if they started losing? Was that the Lions way? Listen, you can call it that. You can call it whatever you want. What I know is this. If at all, nothing else, he has their attention. They're listening. They're having fun. The quarterback is talking different, right? There's things about this team that is different already. Whatever he's doing is working. The media is paying attention to us. They can't ignore us no more. They can't just find these simple things. Okay? It's just not going to work. Luke, look at him. I love it. I don't care he got the helmet on. It doesn't bother me. I mean, with that dude that do the college games, he put the mascot helmets on. Everybody thought that junk was ridiculous until it became a thing. He's promoting. Right? And so let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. We, the fan base, Pride Nation, you can't get caught up in this and be talking about, oh, he looks like a fool. Oh, this is dumb. Can we just get the football? I don't need all this. Yes, we do. We need somebody that's willing to be up front and take the heat off of them. People call Rex Ryan a clown. And he got that team to respond with Mark Sanchez. Say it with me. Mark Sanchez. He got them to respond. And the reality is this. This team is open to his style. The way that they're going about doing things is open to their style. Now, I'm not going to act like I got the answers to everything. That's just not true. I don't have the answers to everything. But what I can tell you is this. If you just simply look at the reality of this team, if you can't feel or see a difference, you're not really a fan. You wasn't paying attention. You probably need a fidget spinner because you're probably just not able to focus on what's in front of you. There's a huge difference. The practices are different. The media has noticed that the practices are different, but the only ones are writing about it are the people over there with Detroit Lions, SI, and Pride of Detroit. You know, there's not too many people writing about it, right? The ESPNs ain't writing about it like they supposed to. We call it beer googles. I'm just saying. I mean, goggles. Let me see. But we have to be able to do it. We talking about Dan Campbell and his focus. Dan Campbell approach to coaching and the media's response to it. Why they're not addressing the things that stand out, like how smart he is to get these attention, how he's already pulling in free agents and pulling in an impressive coaching staff, but they're not talking about that. They're not discussing what he's done, how he's lured people away from winning organizations to this place. They're not talking about that. They're not talking about how players is out there having fun with him, how he's on the field, in practice involved. He's not riding on a four-wheeler or standing off to the sideline. He's out there involved, making sure that they understand what it is that he wants. This has to be the reality. It needs to. Hey, Luke, since we have new coach and a bunch of new players, would you be cool with seeing the Lions on Hard Knocks? No. I still don't want to see them on Hard Knocks. I don't want the Lions to think they arrived because they on TV. See, the thing is this: when you put a camera in most people's faces, they dial up to the camera. I don't want nobody dialing up to the camera. I'm good on that. Big West Kevin says maybe the L on the new hat stands for Luke. Well, if it is, I mean, I'm not narcissistic, but I take it and I appreciate it. You feel me? I take it. Let me see. First black man on the net. Shout out to you. Nobody's talking about Brian Ducker, defensive assistant from the Ravens, and how he and Aubrey Pleasant are connecting the players. Aren't saying it, but we sleeping. They just won't talk about it. They want to talk about the helmet. They want to talk about kneecaps. And the thing that they didn't understand was when he was doing all of that, those were nothing more than sending out the damn bat signal to people. You come here to play. You come here to win. You come here to give me your all, and you can have fun doing it. But if you don't do your damn job, you got to go. It's not hard. It's simple. And to show you how beautiful this is, that what he's doing, here's a guy that they have been putting all across the media. Everybody knows that they're trying to trade Crosby. They asked him a straight up question. Do you expect Crosby to be here for mandatory camp? Yep. He didn't give you no explanation. He didn't tell you why he expects him or nothing. And you know what happened? Crosby showed his butt up the first day of mandatory camp. That's how you do it. That's how you set the standard. Don't get caught up in the business side of it. Come do your job. Earn a spot. Make me rethink my position. And to me, that is shown in everything that he does. That's what we're missing. That's what's been lost on the media. That's what's been lost on these casual Lions fans. I'm almost scared to call them Lions fans. Some people just can't open their eyes to good things. They so buried in the trauma. That's why you can look at a hat with an L on it and think loser, not Lions. Like, why I got to be spelled out for you? They could have looked at the hat and said Leos. Anything. They ain't do that. The standard is just different. And when I look at these standards and I say to myself, what should be the Lions way? It's what I'm seeing right now. It's unorthodox. It's not comfortable. They can literally fail for all I care, right? Like, they can literally fail. I respect what I've seen so far. I will judge him objectively based on what I see from game to game. Now, if he pull a move that Dan Quin pulled, where you basically are taking a field goal on the one in a game that you are basically up by 4, then I'm going to chew him a new one. Right? I'm going to chew him a new one. But I cannot do that now because what he's doing makes sense. It's working. And it's working in a way that we can't ignore. It says not on a 4-wheeler in pre-K cram in his ear. I mean, I get it. I totally get it. So it says, are we going to talk about Will Harris getting an INT in practice? Maybe there's hope for him yet. I'm glad you went into this because that's the next topic, actually. First day of OTAs was all to talk about the defense. This is not the Lions putting this stuff out here. These are independent, could be biased, could be unbiased, media outlets who all said this defense looks different, looks faster, looks more responsive, and clearly won day 1 of OTAs. Now, day 2 comes around today, and they said the Lions got a little bit more back on par, but the defense still seemed to move faster. And you can talk about not only him getting an interception, look at some of the broke up passes that's coming out with Jelani Tavai and a host of other people. I got to be honest, Don Caper, what's the other guy I'm losing? Come on, where he at? Let me see. Where he at? Right there. Brian Duker. Right? Aubrey Pleasant. This defensive assembled staff, from what the OTAs has been reported, is paying off early. Right? Like, it's making a difference. It's making a difference. Luke, they'll never talk about the acquisition of all these coaches and GMs. They're confused. They're not confused. It's an easier story to talk about the negative, to talk about the unknown, because it will require them to actually do work, to actually follow the team, to pay attention, and then say something nice. Who's going to do that? It's just, I'm not giving them no excuse for that. They know what's going on. So But it's this defensive staff. I told people there's no, and yes, I know it's practice. I know somebody gonna say this to me. Let me go ahead and shut this BS down right now. Before somebody come up in here and say to me, "Oh, that's practice, Luke. That don't mean nothing. You can do whatever you want in practice." The way you practice is how you will play in the game. I'm 100% sure of it. I've seen players who lollygagged in practice and got in the game and got lifted, flipped, and tossed off the field. I've seen it. So how you practice is the way that you play in the game. And right now, our defense is practicing like they hungry. They're scrambling. They're moving fast. There are fewer mistakes. And it's because they have simplified it to make it in a way where you don't have to be overthinking stuff. It just makes sense. And the D gonna be better, Luke. I know it could be better early. I don't have a problem with the D being better early. I just don't. What I have an issue with is too many people just assuming we're gonna suck this year. Oh, the schedule is too hard. Really? Why? Because they told you it's the fifth or sixth hardest schedule. Why? Like that schedule was based off of last year's performance. You think those same teams bringing that same energy? They're trying to improve and get better. It's going to be different. Now, let's look at some other things, right? Because it's not just that. It's not just there. All right? It's not just there to see how the OTAs has been different. It's just the names that I'm hearing in OTAs that is coming up. You had a few guys who sat out with their helmet. Cool. Like Barnes, our rookie Barnes sat out with it without a helmet because they want to be, cautionary. I'm cool with that. I'm cool. But here's what I can tell you. Here's what I can tell you. This team identity is starting to be very reflective of the people in charge. I know some of y'all missed that. I know some of y'all are scared of it. This team is starting to reflect its leadership. If the team reflected the leadership all the time, you see it, right? So watch what I'm pointing out to you. Matt Patricia looked like he was always frustrated and trying to figure things out. Did the team not look the same way? Jim Caldwell was soft-spoken and just tried to say the right things and stuff, right? But he handled his business, and they didn't do too much. It didn't draw too much attention to themselves. Did the team not take on that same identity? Rob Marinelli had no clue what the hell he was doing. The team went 0-16. They took on his identity. They are reflecting the attitude of leadership. You're hearing people like, I think it was Crosby, that was excited because he got to meet his idol, Calvin Johnson. Just a different atmosphere. It's just a different atmosphere, 100%. All right, give me 1 second. You know, I just realized my kids are strategic. If y'all don't think that kids are smart, y'all fooling yourselves. They did all of that for me to come in there, for my oldest boy to have a picture he drew for me. I'm winning at this thing called fatherhood, y'all. 100%. I'm winning at this thing. It says, "Where's your super chat?" I don't do super chat. In my eyes, we're all fans. Yes, it takes time out my day to do this, but I enjoy it. I enjoy talking sports and rocking with people. If I ever took any kind of money, I'd like to find something else to do with it. but I don't take money. I'm just a fan like you guys that got a bad addiction of paying attention to things, and I love just talking sports. So I don't do super chats. Let me see. Says Luke, you should get the guys from the Pride podcast on the show. I've had 2 of them on before. I'm gonna try to get them all on. But yeah, I'm gonna try it again. Ain't no problem with that. Okay. Now, we got to jump into the other topic because this one right here I've been kind of waiting on. All right. You know what? I'll skip the topic. Let me go back. Did y'all read the article about the Lions coaching staff recently? Did y'all see that article? Did y'all see it, the high energy one? So basically, here's what the article talked about. It said that in most winning teams, you see certain things happening all the time. And one of the things that you're starting to see is this level of competition. Dan Campbell is over there fine-tuning things, and the person who is barking is Anthony Lynn. Stay with me. He's pumping up the offensive players. Deuce Staley is pumping up the offensive players. He's talking trash to Aaron Glenn. He's talking trash to our Ardrey Pleasant. He's talking trash to all these other people. This now be defense versus offense. They're even talking trash to each other like, don't make me put the pass back on. You got them talking about putting the pass back on, right? And Dan Campbell is living his best life. Here's what his thoughts were on this. He says, if you don't bring some type of energy as a coach or players, really you hope that they begin to feed themselves. But if not, it's our jobs as coaches to feed the wolf, or in this case, the lion, if you will. Head coach says, without it, you're just going to have another day where you're going through the motions. We can't go through the motions. I would never tolerate us just going through the motions. We need to be better. We need to be always prepared and going full circle, full energy. Ooh-wee. He talks about Deuce Staley. Says Deuce does an outstanding job of that, of making sure that he gets people pumped up and get them angry. It says Campbell pointed out specifically Staley because he has the ability to bring that extra competitiveness after a running back ran a route out the backfield and the ball was caught. Deuce Staley began heckling his defensive counterparts, telling them, hey, if you can't get it together, I got some guys over here who can play both ways. This, people, is how you change a culture. From top to bottom, there's no weak link. There's no weak link. This is how you do it. This is how you build a winning culture, a culture that is set with a foundational approach. You do it by creating an atmosphere that you cannot ignore. There's no way you can do it. Make your kids draw a better hat concept. You know what? He seemed to love to draw, so he may end up being an artist. I don't know, but I didn't like the hat just because I didn't like the hat. I just didn't like it. Call me crazy. Motor City Sports says, my respect for you. Appreciate it, man. I take my fatherhood very serious. Requirements for Hard Knocks is no first-year head coach. Why we're ineligible. Lack of playoff appearance in the last 2 years. Have been on the show in the past 10 years. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. They got their little criteria. If the Lions win, this whole city will lift up to another level. Can't wait to see it. Look what happened to the city when the Pistons became relevant again. Right? You remember we went through all the years, had Grant Hill and couldn't figure out how to surround anything around him. Had Jerry Stockton, couldn't figure out how to find anything to surround him. And then all of a sudden 2004 happens, and a guy with an afro, a guy with unusually long arms joins the team, and then you add a guy who's already had a reputable attitude and standing in Rasheed, and voila, here go a championship. This is the brilliance of winning. ESPN has been talking shit about us ever since Detroit passed on Riddick for GM. They should have passed on Riddick. They just should have. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Southwest Lion says, Luke, you could do sports talk for sure. I appreciate it. If everybody wanted to give me a job, I'm down for it. You give me a job and I'll talk it. The only reason I talk Lions exclusively is because we don't get fair press. But I watch basketball. I watch all the football teams. I keep up with that stuff. Now, baseball, I don't follow as hard because if it ain't the Tigers, I don't raise it up. Okay, I don't even play around. It says, Luke, that was Sewell. Okay, that was Sewell who was happy about Calvin Johnson. All right, cool. I know it's somebody. I couldn't remember. I knew this was offensive lineman. Just couldn't remember who it was. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cardinals and Cowboys. Yo, Deuce gave Anzalone a mouthful when Swift tossed him and didn't stop until he knew what he was talking about. Listen, bro, the competition level and energy that's been brought from practice to practice to practice, off the charts, bro. Deuce ain't shut up yet. Deuce done been talking so much, right? And it's the part that I love. Let me read this part right here. It's the part I love. It says this. It says the energy that's been brought from Anthony Lynn and Deuce, especially for their running back room, has been so enlightened that it has gotten the running backs involved in the trash talking. It says after a nice little catch and run from Jamal Williams, at the nice catch and run for Jamal Williams on linebacker Jamie Collins. It says you can hear Jamal Williams along with Deuce and Anthony Lynn jaw-jagging with Collins. Collins responded, wait till we put these pads on. Y'all keep that same energy. There is something happening before our eyes, and we are ignoring it. The media is ignoring it. They're not talking about the stories. They're talking about what they know most Lion fans want. They know that y'all want negativity. They know that y'all don't buy into this team. They know that y'all think that this is a joke and that there's no way y'all can go from worst to first or have a better record. They know that, and that's why they write the crap that they write. They love it. They love it because it gets them views, which gets them revenues, because you, the fan, enjoy these articles. You don't shoot them down. You don't clown them. The first time, even when Joy Taylor said what she said, it was a divided fan base. And the media, in all honesty, ain't off the hook because they keep pointing out what Joy Taylor said, right? They just, everything is Joy Taylor. What about Mike Valenti? What did he say? Why is that not getting no press? He called him a cartoon. Said he's cartoonish. We're going to see how funny it is when they go 2-15. Where's that same attack on him? But when Mike Valenti talks, everybody likes to listen. Right? Everybody loves the New York accent, the whole Jersey boy sound. Yeah, that's what it is. There was no attack on him. There was no press to point him out as one of the doubters. Not even Colin Cowherd was even addressed. Why? Because there are sacred cows in this thing called the business. There was no type of press on that. But they don't want to press about the coaching staff. They don't want to press about the energy in OTAs. They don't want to press how this whole entire atmosphere is different than what it was. They'll give you little increments here and there, a little breadcrumb to let you know that they have a pulse. But the reality is they don't want to talk about it. And they don't want to talk about it because you don't want to read it. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear people talk positive and have hope and believe that the team can be better. That's not what we're looking for as a fan base. It's evident to me with the amount of articles that comes out. All of a sudden, 4 or 5 articles come out, jump off the charts about this damn helmet on his head. And what do we have? Firestorm. Now everybody talking about it. They don't want to talk about the fact that Jared Goff is going to be better here in Detroit than he was with the Rams. They don't want to talk about that. But you know who will? I will. Because that's where we're going to go into next. Jared Goff, the Unleashed version. You ever seen that movie Unleashed with Jet Li? When that collar came off, everything was all bad. You ever have a dog that was a mean dog, a pit bull off the leash? You ever seen that? That's what I believe Jared Goff is getting ready to be. Now, this is crazy because I had to think about this. You know, he had his little comments about he felt empowered and everything like this. And I never, until I talked to Rams House, because I watched the Rams, but I didn't dig deep like this. I talked to Rams House and I started realizing some things. Jared Goff could never be better than what he was because McVay wouldn't take the training wheels off. And then he allowed for the media and everybody else to portray certain things about Jared Goff because it made it easier for him to keep the training wheels on. It gave him an excuse or out when things went bad. But let's think about this. Jared Goff, in a restricted role, being coddled by the head coach, has had success. But we haven't seen an unleashed Jared Goff. I can think of a few quarterbacks we've seen unleashed. And people hated him, and then they love him, and then they hate him again, and they love him some more. But when you unleash a quarterback, you're trusting them to do their job. For the longest, we talked about, he can't read defenses and blah, blah, blah. Or he can't do this. But we never looked at the head coach of, if that's the case, why didn't you do things to unleash him? We don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about how all of a sudden now, okay, that this team has a breath of fresh air. How new starts and beginnings and no respect can build up conglomerate. In fact, the word conglomerate is a fearful word amongst this fan base. We don't want to talk about that. Nobody asked the question, why was he being coddled? He's an NFL quarterback. Why you never unleashed him? And we're going to see the same thing with Stafford. He's going to coddle Stafford. He'll give Stafford a little room because he got to, because his job is on the line. But he's going to coddle Stafford. Why is he coddling him? You think Mike Vrabel is coddling Ryan Tannehill? Nope. You have to unleash a player. If you hire me to do a job, then trust that I can do it. And if I fail at it, then at that point, feel free to chew me a new one. This is the problem. It's not about him being in shorts, one funky Lion fan. It's not about it being scripted. It's about, one, having somebody who believes in you. Two, having somebody who trusts you. It ain't nothing better than having the trust of a person. Nothing better. People have made a living off of the trust of other people. It's a reason why scams still exist, why the Ponzi scheme ever was created. Gaining the trust of the people. He was coddled. He was literally restricted. It was almost like he needed his back broken to be released. Because the one thing I noticed during that entire time was he never protected Jared Goff. When something went wrong, he tossed him under the bus. What kind of head coach does that? Even Rod Marinelli took responsibility. I don't understand it. When you unleash a player with trust, with the belief that you trust him, you get something totally different. He can't read defenses. That's why he never was unleashed. Okay. A guy who can't read defenses get drafted first overall. Got it. I wonder how he tricked those people into making them believe he can do that. Okay. This is different. And we have to start to see that this has always been different. This is not about the things. I believe that we will see a better Jared Goff under the Lions than we did under the Rams. Because you're going to get a lot of the same things that made him successful early on, past the Jeff Fisher era. But you're going to get more because he's going to have the ability to audible. He don't got to look to the sideline and ask. Now, if he lose that right, then we can say everybody who say he can't do this, he can't do that. We can say 100% bet. But we still got 4 first round picks over the next two seasons to replace that guy if he can't hold it to his end of the bargain. But an unleashed Jared Goff is dangerous. And I know some of y'all are thinking, well, how can he be dangerous, Luke? Look at his receivers, Luke. It's dangerous because he's on the field in real time. And that's what makes him dangerous. Let's see what else we got going on in the chat. I'm trying to keep up with everything. Goff is Kerry Collins, a sorry A quarterback. You comparing Goff to Kerry Collins? Damn, you cold. Why are you all crying in the chat? Sometimes you gotta let them emotions out. Let me see. It says the margin between Goff and Stafford is greater than the margin between coaching staffs. Are you talking about like this coaching staff versus Matt Patricia? You think the margin is greater between Stafford and Goff between these two coaching staffs? Nah. No. You went and got a dude who looked like he was drunk on the side of the freeway and made him your defensive coordinator because he helped you out. Nah. I'm not going to let you lie like that. I don't know how you can be a starting NFL quarterback for more than one season and not know how to read defenses. These are the headlines that people put out there. These are the headlines they put out there. I can't make this up. And people just read headlines. That's Luke Boyd. Come on now. And Jeff Heath. I don't like no damn Jeff Heath. Don't lie like that. Because you were coddled. Let me see. Our alliance about to shut haters up real soon. They are building a trustful brotherhood. It's going to be exciting. I mean, hell, Brad Holmes talked about that. He had to break down. Check it out on Detroit.News.com. He had to break down the difference between a retool and a rebuild. I found it comical. I had Easy hit me up and go, man, you out here influencing the damn media. I said, no, I'm not. I just pay attention. Goff wins, and his stats in the first 5 years have him literally on a Hall of Fame trajectory. DeJuan Davis said it, not me. And where's the lie? You have to give a quarterback a chance to succeed. They're not going to always be the best in every single moment. Nobody is. I like Luther Vandross. Every song he made one fire. I like Prince. Every song Prince made one fire. I love me some Michael Jackson. Every song he made was not fire. I'm just saying. You can't be that all the time. The goal is to get as consistent as possible. 100%. Laughing my ass off. Your defense for him he was taken first. Come on, Luke. Now, all of a sudden, draft position proves your worth. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is this. For a guy who cannot read defenses, there was a lot of traffic he got through. It would be the equivalent to a person trying to cross a 8 to 10 lane an 8 to 10 lane, what's the word I want to use? Like freeway. So you got them trying to cross an 8 to 10 lane freeway, and all of a sudden, it's mad cars. Or that's like somebody going into a NASCAR track trying to run across without getting hit by a car. You mean to tell me he became the first overall draft pick, went through all those different interviews, played for all these years, and couldn't read a defense? Shocking. That's all I'm saying. Too much. Avery Giovanni, hope I said that right. Spirit of Detroit Podcast. Hey, man, you good on this one? I'm not good on this one. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm sorry. If you ask me, am I good in general? I'm getting there. Like I said, yesterday was a hard day for me. Jared Goff was only leading the best offense we've seen in a long time, but he can't read defenses. I'm not even asking you to just 100% believe in Goff. But I'm just telling you, it's something to be said for a guy that has been leashed the entire time. It's a reason why when you unleash certain dogs that have been on the leash all the time, they run. Oh my God. Is it 77 says Luke, Jamie Newman got released, 11 on law. Remember the guy that can be a steal? I told people he was garbage. I didn't see what the big deal was with him. First of all, let's follow the logic. You leave Wake Forest to go to Georgia. COVID hit, and then you sit the year out to prepare for the NFL. But your body of work at Wake Forest wasn't good. So what was you doing? Now, I'm not saying he's going to be a bust, but he got time to bounce back. But I never saw him as a steal, in my opinion. He says Matthew Stafford burner account says Stafford is Superman ice cream, Goff is mint chocolate. Some people love mint chocolate, and you would be surprised mint chocolate sells more than Superman. But I'm with you. I love Superman better. Who cares about Jamie Newman? A lot of people did during the draft process. So Goff is better? Nope. Goff is not. If you ask me, is Goff better than Stafford? No. But is Goff going to be better than the Goff of the Rams? I think he is. I think he is by virtue that he's going to be unleashed. He's going to have more opportunity to make mistakes and get better, and you learn from mistakes. You just do. The fact that he's not being coddled, he's not being spoon-fed, like he ain't got no damn teeth and he ain't grown, I think that makes a difference. I think it makes a huge difference. But Goff still made checks at the line and still had to read and react to what the defense did and had success doing it, Funky. Look, told y'all, look, Izzy, what's wrong with mint chocolate? Told you it's a popular blend. I was wondering the same thing, Izzy. It says, I don't agree with you much, Luke, but you are 100% correct about Goff. There's nothing like having full control of the field. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Hand Therapeutic always disagrees with me. It does, but even he can see it. When you are unleashed and given freedom to act a fool, it does something different for you. I remember when if you think about Michael Vick, early on, Michael Vick was unleashed. Do whatever you had to do to win the game. That's why he would take off and run and everything. But by the time he got out of jail, he was put into more structure. He said, I wish I had to learn this early on, and I wish I had to learn to stay in the pocket more. I'd have had a longer and better career. Right? Because once you master that, and then I can unleash you, This is why people like Russell Wilson succeed. He was leashed early on in his career. He's unleashed now, and he succeeds because of it. And now you're going to get the version of a person who has been told, you suck. I would have never drafted you. You wouldn't have been my first overall pick. Go over there to the Lions. You a loser and they losers. Go over there. That's how he was basically treated, right? And now you got somebody who's like, you ain't my loser. This is like the fat girl who got teased all through school, and now she's like a dime because she don't lost weight. Her teeth is fixed, and she on Instagram, and you goggling all over. That's what this is boiling down to. He has an opportunity to be his own Cinderella story, and he can do it because he's going to have full control. It makes sense for him to have full control. I can't believe y'all going hard over here. Y'all going hard in here over some ice cream. He said, my man Technical Puma says Superman is vanilla with food coloring. But it's good as hell on the sugar cone. I'm sorry. It's good. I hate to be that person. No wonder you guys drank so much Kool-Aid. Y'all taste buds are off. Wow. Come on, guys. Luke wanted. No, I didn't. I did not want no Jamie Newman. Don't lie like that. Him, Ian Book, I have videos that I can show you. I'm like, this the guy y'all want. As a matter of fact, go look at my Andre Sisco video and hear me trying to fight back, not clowning on Jamie Newman. Because I seen where he was doing things, and I'm like, the pocket clean, bro. What are you throwing it? I'm just saying. I'm tired of this narrative that all of Goff's success was McVay, when in reality he's overrated and the real genius was LaFleur. That's how he got that Green Bay Packers job. Yeah, they do look a little different with LaFleur gone, but I ain't, I don't want to serve up too much Kool-Aid. Goff is more accurate than Stafford. Well, if that's the case, then let's see how he act when he's unleashed. And I think an unleashed version is dangerous. Let me see. My Kool-Aid red. Yes, sir. We gotta have that red pill attitude. JGB, we will see what happens. But I've watched over 30 years of games, and I'm telling you, he ain't got it. He don't. What is got what? He don't have to have it. We went to the NFC Championship with Eric Kramer. Eli Manning don't have it. He's got Super Bowl rings. Trent Dilfer, Brad Johnson, they don't got it. I just need you to manage the game. Don't hurt my team. That's all. The Lions are getting the tools Goff needs for success. Give the man a chance. If he's garbage, we have draft picks. It's just that simple. That's all it is, Chops. If he doesn't work out, you have capital now that you can do something with. But you got to give him a chance. You gave John Kitna a chance. I remember hearing chants a long time ago to make Sean Hill the starter. If you go through and look at all the people who have started for this team, everybody, the Lions fan base asked for him. I remember the chance for McMahon to be the starter. I remember that. I remember when Lions fans was hyped about Dante Culpepper, and I was trying to figure out why. Now, we can't be patient. Just saying. Let's see what we got going on here. Make sure I don't miss nobody comments. Get those questions ready because I'm finna get into it. Because I gotta jump on a few other topics. Then we can really get the thing into drive. All right. Oh, this is my last topic, actually. I'm doing good. Great. Right? Last topic. How are y'all doing? How are y'all feeling as y'all go through and y'all navigate this offseason and you guys are sitting up here looking at every aspect of this team and the information that's coming in and you're starting to see more and more reports about what groups are performing, what groups are not. How are y'all feeling? Where are you currently at the moment? Take the Kool-Aid out. Take the hopium out, right? But where are you at right now at this moment? Because when I read certain things, I'm looking for nuggets. I'm trying to see things that need to be addressed. I love, and I saw a real small insert about Okudah, right? Real small insert that basically said that he was showing better technique. And I was like, that's all I need to hear. That's all I need to hear. How are you feeling? Football's not too far away. Not too far away. In 2 years, you get 18 games. I don't know why they're doing this, but they are. How are you feeling? Is the level of respect for this team different? And if it is, who do you credit that to? Who are you giving the credit to for you feeling good? If you feel like this is going to be much of the same, who are you crediting it to? See, the problem is we express these feelings, but we don't know who to give the blame to. Sometimes the blame just can just fall on our shoulders. All right. Like I said, get them questions ready. I already see something coming in already. Look, 2 words, show me. I respect that. I feel good about the Lions and Sewell. I respect that. Bottom line, what has Stafford done for the people to say he's better than Goff? Hillbilly Bob. Bottom line, what has Stafford done for people to say that he's better than Goff? I could take the argument on this, but I mean, you got to look at both players, and you got to look at the roles that they've taken. Like Stafford, on average, was sacked more, pressured more. Let me see. Stafford, on average, it's just what's where I want to use. He's been tougher. I mean, I get it though. I get it. But now, after how many years it's been? Let me see. 95, 94. When's the last time we had Barry Sanders? Shit, I'm losing track of him. Now we got a chance to get back to a legitimate run game. And it took how long? That's unacceptable. Luke, Superman ice cream or Moose Tracks? Superman. Moose Tracks got too much going on. I'm sorry. Superman for me, hands down. I'll take that, especially if you're just talking about on the cone. Yeah, Superman for me. Let me see. Stafford had wide receivers and defensive players like Levy, Sue, Slade, Quin, and he didn't get it done. But everybody else carried Goff on the Rams besides him playing good. Lions fans be on crack. I mean, perspective is everything. There are 53 men on the team, not just a quarterback. That's true. Fields and Mac Jones have not looked great in camp. I don't hear their fan base putting them down. Nope, you don't hear them putting them down. And it's another quarterback who wasn't doing good in our division, Jordan Love. I don't hear the fans putting them down. I've been looking for it though. Like I said, the trauma is real. Let me see. When Goff wins his first games, here I'm going to celebrate. It says here I'm going to celebrate by having mint chocolate ice cream. I just hate mint, bro. I'm sorry. Oh, I hate mint. Let me see. Cephas is going to blow people away this year. Watch. He is our secret weapon. I like Cephas in conjunction with Amon-Ra because I understand what they're going to do. Like, Cephas is going to be like our Robert Woods, and Cooper Kupp is going to be Amon-Ra. And then you got a tight end into it, and then two guys who can take the top off. That's how I see it. Luke, I credit Sheila for turning this team around. I do too. If I'm crediting anybody for this, I credit it from the top. It started with Sheila. I remember getting laughed at and talked about for celebrating when I heard she's the owner. And they said, oh, she's still the Lions owner. And I'm like, okay, she's different. You think there would be a fight in minicamp with all the jawing going back and forth? Maybe. I think the fight would come when the pads come on. The minute somebody get hit the right way or get trucked, yeah, I can see the fight possibly being in play then. This team is not relying on one man to sell tickets. Nope, about time. Luke, I'm waiting for the finished product now. That's all I'm waiting on. Even if they don't win this year, I'm looking for flashes of what's to come. So I did this poll. I was not expecting the response that I got. You guys are amazing. I did the poll that basically asked the question of what must Dan Campbell do to earn your trust and respect, right? Like, what needs to happen for this to be out there? I'm going to tell y'all how many people voted on this. This just blew my mind. 200 people voted, right? 200 people voted. 64% said if in order for Dan Campbell to earn their support in the first year, the team has to be competitive. In second place, 19% says win more than 5 games. In third place, make the playoffs. 1% said win the Super Bowl. And 6% says I have to comment on this one. And they did. My phone blew the hell up. You hear me? It blew the hell up. But it's not taking much for people to buy into it. Let's see. I love what I'm seeing in terms of the people giving their credit out. That's how it's supposed to be. Bulgaria says Moose Track's easy. It's just too much going on. Pretzels and all kind of stuff. Who knows how they're going to do? But I like the intangibles, better relationships between the players and the coaches, more competent coaching, dismissed by media as worst team in the league, etc. Facts. I'm with all of that. Let me see. Luke, do you see the Rams as a Super Bowl contender? No, I do not. I just don't. I think that you got to look. They're going to get beat up on in their own division. They got to play some teams who know them well. And so I expect for there to be some problems. I think that they're still lacking some pieces that would have helped. But, who am I to tell it? Now, can they still do it? Probably. But then even once you get into the playoffs, you still got to get through the damn Buccaneers. So now they go another problem. So just saying. Wait, who's the beef right now? Who's beefing right now? Nobody right now. Luke, you tripping on moose tracks. It's too much, bro. It's just too much going on, bro. I can't. I'm simple, bro. I'm simple. Strawberry cheesecake or Superman? Strawberry cheesecake. No, don't even at me on this one. Hands down, strawberry cheesecake, bro. Superman is good, but strawberry cheesecake is a different beast. Man. I'm rewatching the Monday Night Football game between the Rams and Kansas City. Goff was throwing dimes all game and complete. Ooh, Jimmy Stoneful, you gave me an idea. Makes me wonder. It says, but he's completing a lot of passes into tight windows. What do you think happens to Goff's performance after the season? I think McVay happened. When you don't have somebody who buying into what you're doing, that's what happens. That's how it is. Where's the super chat at, bro? Super chat thing, bro. I just don't collect money, Avery. I just don't. I'm happy to just talk sports with y'all. That's it. Y'all subscribe. We talk sports. This is what it's supposed to be about. This is building a pride family, getting it bigger and better. That's all it boiled down to me. That's I'm about building people up. Life's too short to be on anything other than that. If I take any money from anybody, I promise you I'm gonna find some way to put it to good use. Thoughts on Brian's injury? Seems to be a plague. I think he's in trouble. They have shown that the best availability, the best trait for them is availability. And if he can't be available, he in trouble. They have people on this team who can replace him. Unfortunately. Like he could essentially become the reason why Jelani Tavai makes the team. Because he can't stay healthy. He balled out with a hurt Ty Gurley who was in a shell of himself in the playoffs. Let me see. It says, make your own frosty easy. Just mash up ice cream and sure, but hot fudge is better. Okay. Let me see. Luke, you need some deliverance. You got some demons, moose tracks by far. Listen, I've ate it. I'm not saying it's yucky. I just like Superman better because I don't want to have to work through stuff. It'd be like Kit Kats and all kind of stuff in there. I'm not with it, man. I'm simple. I don't want nothing on my ice cream, bro. Don't put nothing on there. Keep it simple. The fans not put them down because they are rookies. Okay. Packer fans in the straight jacket right now. Oh, man, they going through it. I mean, who would have thought that all the drama would be with them and not us? Mint is for boy, y'all, this damn ice cream is funny. I swear. Izzy says strawberry shortcake's in a whole different league. Yeah, that strawberry shortcake, boy. That thing is nice. Depends on who's making the cheesecake. I had just Olive Garden cheesecake, and it's like, oh yeah, Olive Garden. That's not even real Italian food, bro. Luke, what about butter pecan ice cream? Oh, I can't stand it. I don't want nothing in my ice cream. I don't like nuts. I don't like none of that stuff, man. Hell no. I'm good. I told you, man. I was one of them kids I ain't even like sprinkles, bro. Just give me plain ice cream. I shouldn't have to go through all this work to get to some damn ice cream. It's just ridiculous. I was in this guy's live and he said they traded for Goff to sell tickets like you ain't selling tickets with Goff. You sell tickets by drafting Jamar Chase or Justin Fields mic drop. Ooh. So, man, it's simple. Do a film review on Goff. How he was good, and then the last 2 years, that's what I was thinking of doing. I'm gonna start doing my research because I'm gonna go back to that game. I'm gonna pick 4 games and break it down, and then kind of show where you can see some differences at. There is no cheesecake like mom's cheesecake. My mom don't make cheesecake. My girl do, and it's amazing. She even made me a what is it called? An apple pie cheesecake or something like that. Freaking amazing. Y'all want something from Chipotle? I'm in line, bro. You're gonna be there for a while. Chipotle been off the chain since everything opened. Let me go back. Am I the only one that's like, what the hell wrong with Michigan? It's hot as hell. Okay, I don't do too well with heat. Okay, it's too damn hot in Michigan, y'all. And then they talking about having the thunderstorms. Why can't Michigan just chill out for a day? I mean, come on, man. You can't beat it. What color is mint chocolate? Green. What color is kryptonite? Green. Mint beats Superman. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. He says, what color is it? Green. I see what you did there. Bruh, this heat ridiculous, bruh. I mean, this heat is, it says try Arizona. It says, Luke, don't tell me about hot. It's going to be 150. Whoa. 115 next week in Arizona? 115? Ain't no way in hell I'll be there. What do you do when it's 115 outside? You can't even get in the pool and stay warm. The water got to be boiling. What do you do with 115? Texas is worse. I don't mess with Texas because I feel like everything in Texas kills you. You got killer bees. Y'all got killer hornets. It's too many. Everything down there got the name killer in front of it. Oh, you see that rabbit? Yeah, it's a killer rabbit. See them frogs? Killer frogs. Look at that bird. That's a killer bird. Like, damn. Everything in Texas got killer in front of it. So I'm just saying. But listen, people, I don't want to keep you too much longer because I got to get some things done. I do got to get up. Cooking fried humans in a pool in Arizona, bro. I don't know how 115. 115. That's disgusting. That's unnecessary as hell. People, y'all know me. I don't like to end the show on any way other than a positive note. Okay. It dropped 30 degrees after the sunset in Arizona. That's it? 115, you lose 30 degrees. Oh, hell no. Is there homeless people in Arizona? There got to be a law against that. It's got to be something. 115? He said Flint felt like 115. It was 82. Man, it's hot today, bro. I felt it. I forgive y'all for y'all waste of desserts. Hey, listen, man, don't do us like that. One thing you don't do in Arizona is leave ketchup in the trunk. What you talking about? what you talking about, Brian? Huh? What you talking about? What ketchup we talking about? I don't know nothing about no ketchup. I told you I don't even like tomatoes. How can I tell you about some ketchup? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Australia is the worst place I've ever been to. So damn hot, and the bugs are man, bruh. I don't even. I got a story about that, but I'll tell you on the next show. Let's end the show on a high note. Today's positive quote comes from the internet, and when I saw it, it just made sense. This applies to everyone. There's no person who this cannot apply to because you're here. Stay with me. You need to remind yourself, and you need to remind yourself often. I'm going to start it back over. I want y'all to pick this up. You need to remind yourself, and you need to remind yourself often that you have already survived 100% of all of your worst days. 100%. You need to remind yourself that you have already survived 100% of your worst days. Give yourself some credit. Pat yourself on the back. Lift yourself up and see that there is nothing that can break you when you have 100% rate of survival. You have already been through your worst times in your life, and you've come out on the other side unscathed, unbothered, broken a little, but never down and out. Give yourself a reminder. Remind yourself of what it was felt like when you was in a place that you wasn't sure that you can come out of, but somehow you came out of that place. Give yourself a moment to just accept that truth. Everything that's been tossed at you, the kitchen sink, the tornadoes, the fires, the haters, the bad parents, the whatever you got going on, everything that you went against, you have 100% survived. And yet you can't find a moment to give yourself credit. Give yourself a moment to embrace that truth. You are a special person. You are something amazing. When you were told that you should not, you could not, you will not, you won't, you did. When you were told that you were broken, you rised. When you were told that you should give up, you persevered. Give yourself a reminder of your accomplishment. You in this chat with me. You made it through a pandemic. You may have lost a few people along the way. You may have seen some people you love not make it here with you, but you are here at 100% survival. When people was losing their jobs and you didn't know what to do, you kept your head and you had 100% survival rate. Give yourself a reminder. I want people to understand something. That when I saw that wasn't just for me. It wasn't just about you. It was about the fact that we find the time to just forget the small wins. Always seeking the big ones. Always asking ourselves, when's the next big one going to come? But what about the small ones? The ones where you got up this morning. The ones where you got to go to work. The ones where you got a chance to look for a new job. The ones where you got a chance to talk to your loved one. Give yourself some credit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want y'all to lose y'all spirit in all of this, but I do want you to understand something. Anything that you do at 100%, max effort is to be praised. And if you don't know that, well, I'm going to remind you, because I know I reminded myself today, and sometimes you need somebody else to remind you. So to me, let me be clear. To you, survivors who have survived 100% of your bad days, who have found a way to pick yourself up when you wasn't quite sure that you could stand. I take my hat off to you. I congratulate you. I commend you. I appreciate your fight. The level of energy that you have exuberated has lifted me up. And for that, I say thank you. But don't accept my thanks. Give yourself the credit. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed today's show. I hope you enjoyed today's positive word. And I hope that you are prepared for tomorrow's show because I'm going to have some fun. I'm trying to get somebody to come on with me. And if they do, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a wild one. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I'm trying to get back to normalcy. I'm trying to. It's a little hard after yesterday. Also, I want to wish my best friend a happy birthday. I wish you was here with me so I can, in the physical, so I can crack jokes and talk about the gray hairs you're going to get in your beard in 2 days. But 100%, I love you. I'll miss you. And to all the people in the chat, I love you as well. And as always, don't be no chump. Please do your research. I am out.